If you've ever struggled to find a dress pattern that's both flattering and comfortable, this twist front design detail may be the secret. The shape and draping on this pattern are what make it so special, and I'm excited to bring it to you today. Hi everyone, welcome to Sew Lovely with Grace. If you're new here, I'm Grace. If you're returning, welcome back. Making something beautiful, one stitch at a time. Isn't that what we all do? Enjoy a nice hot cup of coffee. That's what I like to do. Well, today I'm excited to bring you this dress pattern that I think flatters every figure. Yes, with one little detail to change the whole look. And you can do this with knit fabric, my favorite fabric to sew with. In this video, I'm going to talk about that. I'm also going to talk about the giveaway. We had a pattern last week. We had a question of the week, and I'm going to spin for this wonderful top. This new look 6743 pattern is very popular. And I also have a subscriber that sent in their creation. So this is going to be a great video. So where to begin? Well, I want to tell you that I've made this dress. This is the third one I've made. And I've been happy with all three. I have previous videos on the other two dresses. I also have Fanny here modeling I believe this is the first one I made. This is an ITY knit, just like this. The only difference is this is a thicker ITY knit, and it made a little difference with the neckband. So what I want to do first is model this one that I'm wearing, because the one that Fanny's wearing is sleeveless, and I have a video modeling that, and I put armbands on that, but the one I'm wearing, I actually followed the pattern, the red dress with the short sleeves, and I used the cover stitch here to finish off the sleeves and the hem. So I'll model it for you first, and then we'll talk about the fabric and the construction. Now I want to describe the details of this wonderful flattering dress. We have this neckband, the seam down the front that leads to this twist front that gives it its shaping. It's very figure flattering. You have this hourglass figure going on here, so it will work with every silhouette. And then you have this seam down the middle here. These two are two panels. And in the back is just one seam down the back, right here, with the neckband at the top and the side seams. It's just a flattering pattern, and it's not hard to put together. The only challenge was the neckband, and it was the choice of fabric, because this fabric, this is an ITY knit, but it's very light. It has a lot of drape, as opposed to this ITY knit that Fanny's wearing. Actually, it's hard to see, but it's actually a thicker, heavier ITY, and that slight difference really made it harder to work with the neckband, because I actually put the neckband in twice. This is the first neckband that I sewed, and it rippled all the way around. I don't know why, but I recut it, and now it doesn't ripple. There's a tiny little ripple here that I can't get rid of except by spreading it out, and I think it looks fine. I can live with it. But if you look at this one, the neckband is spot on perfect. It lays flat, there's no ripple, and like I said, it's the fabric. It's slightly heavier. It's not a ponte, that's very heavy, but it's thicker than this one. So that to me is the difference. It feels a lot like, almost like a chiffon. It's so lightweight. I got this fabric at the sewing studio in Lady Lake, and the one that Fanny's wearing, this one was a mystery box bundle I got at Fabric Mart like last summer, and I love this dress. I wear it all the time. I get a lot of compliments. I'm going to a dentist appointment after this video that I record, and I'm wearing this dress. So we'll see what's up. And I'm going to carry my Babylon leather bag that I modeled. Yeah, this is a Babylon leather bag that I hand stitched. Look at that. I've shown this many times on my channel, but if you're new to the channel, this is a leather bag that you can hand stitch yourself. It comes with all the hardware, the leather, the thread, the tools, and a sew-along tutorial on YouTube. If you're interested in that, I have a link below. But I had to show that because I love my Babylon leather bags. So now I want to go to the cutting table and show you some of the steps that are involved in making this dress. I'm revisiting this wonderful pattern, Butterick 6621. And I'm going to make the view that I've made in the past, this view A with the red dress. I just love that twist front. And I have this ITY knit. It's beautiful. I got it at the sewing studio, and I'm trying to get it to be on the fold and not move around. And I have a technique that I use for silkies that are hard to keep in place. I pin the selvage here, going down here. I just put pins here, and it keeps the fabric from moving around. So if you have a slippery fabric, in this case it's an ITY knit, I like to do that before I put my pattern pieces down. And of course I'm ironing my pattern pieces, and once I do that I will place them on here, pin them down, mark them up, and cut. Now I'm going to be cutting 2 pieces of the front and 2 pieces of the back. They're not cut on the fold. And I'm doing a size 16 at the bust, and then I'm going to have a size 14 at the bottom here. So I'm just going to like taper it down from a 16 because that's the size I want from last time. And this is a knit, and for the garment here, the bust is 39 inches for a size 16, and since it's a knit, it should be negative ease, and my bust is a 40, so that's why I picked a 16 here. And I also have the neckband, so I'm going to do a size 16 neckband and the short sleeves. So I completed the first 3 steps, and the first step here is to cut some fusible interfacing and fuse it in the front over the small circles, which I did. Then I need to stitch to the center of the interfacing and then cut into it. So I did that on both sides. Okay, then the next step is the center front seam where the V-neck is going to go, and I stitched that right here. And now it's to form the twist on step 3. and I'm going to wrap the lower portion of the left front over and around lower portion of the right front. Then I'm going to pin it up and stitch. So it says pin dart seams right sides together, matching notches and small circles, stitch at outer small circles. So that's what I'm going to do now. I need to put this piece right here over this side. Okay, it's kind of confusing to look at, but once I do this, I'm going to line up these notches, pin them. I'm going to show you that before I stitch. So let me show you where the pins go and where I'm going to stitch. So here at step 4, I'm going to stitch these two parts, the bodice to the skirt, and I pinned it here, going across to form the twist, going across, and I will sew that. Then once I do that, I will pin down the center of the skirt front all the way down and stitch down. I completed the knot in the front, the twist front, and I've pinned the shoulder seams here, but I forgot to pin the elastic here to reinforce it, this clear elastic at the shoulder seams. So I'm going to take the pins out, put that in, and then sew across. Then after that, I also pin the side seams, but what I'm going to do at this point is baste it for fit. I'm going to just baste the side seams, put it on, and check the fit. And then I can adjust the knot here if I have to widen it, if I have to cut into the, point here a little more to widen it or not, or leave it as is. Then once I get the fit right, then I'll go with the serger all the way down. And then the next steps will be the neckband and the hem, and I'll be done. Now I'm going to do the sleeve, and I'm going to do these in a little different order. Here it says to E-stitch, which I will, and then to do the sleeve seam, which I'm not going to do, and then the hem. I'm going to do the hem first because I want to press up the hem and do a cover stitch across, and it's much easier to stitch a cover stitch on a flat, garment here instead of on the curve. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'll do the cover stitch for the hem, I'm going to do the E-stitch at the top, and then the seam. I'm using the cover stitch to hem the sleeves, and I'm going to follow this guide here so it's even. Take the pin out and continue. Has to be folded under, so that's why I have the pins there, so it's even all the way. So hopefully it'll catch the other side. Pardon my voice, it's been raspy all day today. Okay, so now I lift the needles up, I lift the presser foot up, then the lip of the presser foot, and then I pull the threads forward and get my snippers and just snip this, I snip the needle threads and the looper thread. So let's see how, looks pretty good. I don't know if you can see that, but it looks good. And it caught on the other side. So all in all, it's perfect. Now I'm going to take it to the iron and press it down and do the other one. For the neckband, I did create one here, and this I did sew in, but I just think it was too round here. It didn't work out. So the whole thing was rippling around my neck. So I made a second neckband and I sewed that in. I didn't really do it properly because all I did was I joined them at the V sewed it in, and then top stitch. And it worked out. I mean, it fits well. It's hard to see here because of the colors. But let me just tell you, the other two dresses, it was way easier. I don't know why, but I had a big challenge with this neckband. But it looks okay, and I'm just going to go with it. Now, if you can get your hands on this pattern, Butterick 6621, I highly recommend it. It's very easy, and you won't be disappointed. It's still available on Etsy and eBay. But now we're going to talk about this week's giveaway. New Look 6743 top. Very cute, very popular. And the question of the week was, are you sewing for any vacation or travel plans? And quite a few of you are. Yeah, it's always fun to sew for that trip, that cruise, that beach resort. And I'm sewing for traveling. Yeah, I'll be traveling in June. So I'm looking forward to that. Now let's go to the wheel and spin for the winner of this pattern. I have a nice large turnout here of 37 entries. So I'm going to do my usual shuffle once, shuffle twice, and spin. I like these citrus colors, lemon, lime, and orange. It just gives me that summer feel. And who's the winner this week? We have, who is it? Lawrence Scott, V6C. Congratulations, Lawrence. Congratulations, Lawrence Scott, V6C. You're the lucky winner of this New Look top. Please send me your contact information to sewlovely.with.grace@gmail.com, and I'll ship it out to you as soon as possible. And now for subscriber creations. And this week's creation came in from Denise Root. She's a subscriber that has sent in other creations in the past. And this week she sent in this beautiful jacket. And she writes, "Dear Grace, this is a wardrobe by me painter's jacket. And it's a Danish company," she wanted to let me know. "And she made it for her eldest son, Derek. He has lost weight since I measured him, but I still think it looks good on him." Absolutely. It looks wonderful on him. It looks magnificent. And he is very happy in this photo. And isn't that what it's all about? Thank you for sharing that, Denise. I truly appreciate it. And if you're interested in having your creation highlighted on my channel, please send me your photos, and I would love to do that. I try to do it every week. And now for next week's giveaway. Next week's pattern is another New Look pattern, and it's a New Look dress. New Look 6263. Look at this. Looks like a retro vintage dress. And the sizes are, let's see, from 8 to 18. It calls for, what kind of fabric we have here? Oh, a whole list here. Basically a woven. Challis, charmeuse, cotton lawn, cotton types, crepe, crepe back satin, crepe de chine, double georgette, eyelet, linen types, piqué, satin, seersucker, silky types. I would imagine anything with a nice drape would be perfect for this pattern. And the notions, we have 2 half-inch buttons and a package of half-inch single-wide fold bias tape. So, what are the rules of the giveaway? Well, you need to be a resident of US or Canada, because that's where I ship to. You need to be a subscriber to my channel. Please thumbs up this video and answer the question of the week. And this week's question is, tell me honestly, do you scout out fabric stores when you go on vacation if the opportunity presents itself? Please post your response in the comments by Monday, May 18th, and I will respond with the word entered, and you'll be entered into the giveaway. Good luck! Well, I hope you found this video informative and fun, and most of all, I hope you were so inspired.